Yeah, look, just first of all, Tommy, obviously a huge victory for you tonight. I mean, this was a lot of people feel like this is one where a prospect was going to step forward. So
Yeah, yeah.
talk about your performance this season.
It was good. I wanted to take the fight. Jake's a tough kid. He'll be a top 10 guy someday, so I'll always hold that W over him, even when he's at the top. So that's why I wanted to take the fight. The kid's young. He'll bounce back, and it'll make it even better for me.
I think he said he kind of just picked you to fight. He thought you were the right matchup for him. Did that word get back to you, and what did you think when you heard that?
It did after the fight. Somebody just told me that. That's the first time I heard of it. When they approached me with the fight, it was on short notice. I don't really like taking short notice. And they gave me the name, and I said, this is somebody that'll be a good fight for me. He's somebody that'll go down swinging. He's somebody that I can finish. He won't just try and ride out an easy decision and lose one. So, I picked the fight. It was perfect for me. So, if he picked it, oh well, it's bought.
How about that finish? I mean, you had talked about wanting to get that finish, visualizing that finish. How did it feel to get that TKO?
Good. Like I said, I was trying to get the finish in the second round. We tweaked up a little. I went on MMA Junkie, and that's what I was, I even broke it down for him. Like, most of these guys, they're ready to go in the third round with me. Maybe 4 or 5 fights. Everybody's ready to go in the third round. I was going to visualize it for the second. We tweaked a little bit in the back room, and I came out of the fight already looking at like it was the second round. So I was already fired up, ready to go. I got that first round out of the bag in the locker room. So I'm making strides. I'm really learning from the game. So it's good.
How important was it to get the finish in this fight, especially after your last fight went to the decision?
It is what it is, Like, even the last fight, I showed a lot of good stuff. Even those fights that go long, I show a lot of stuff. I show new things. I'm switching stances. I'm throwing a lot of kicks. I'm sticking the jab. I'm moving. I give somebody new, the people, my opponents, something new to think about. They don't know what I'm gonna do. They don't know if I'm gonna come out and wrestle. They don't know if I'm gonna kickbox, if I'm gonna box. So even those fights that go the distance, it's still things to learn. So it's good.
First knockout victory since 2012 for you. Nice to finally get that one under your belt. I know you usually win by submission.
Yeah, I was thinking about going for the choke a couple times there, especially when he was flat, but I knew he wasn't going nowhere. I'm one of the toughest guys to deal with when I'm on top, and I knew he wasn't going nowhere. So if he was going to give up the choke, he was going to give it up. But like I said, Jake's, he's got heart, and he was going to go down swinging. He wasn't going to give up the choke. It would have been easy if he just stuck his neck out there, let me choke him, and he go home without no bumps and bruises. But he was going to stick in there to the bitter end.
Do you think now that loss is completely behind you, and that was a fluke, and that you proved that was another win tonight?
Yeah. I thought that right off the back. I would have liked for this fight to be on Fox Sports too. They put me on. They had me headline the Fight Pass, which I was happy about. But I don't know how many people are even. We don't know how many people are watching them. So, a lot of people got to see that fight. I've proven that it's a fluke. I proved it twice. I proved it before that fight, and I'll prove it again if they give it to me. But right now, I'm looking on the Iaquinta rematch. I think that fight was a fluke. I'm a better fighter than Santos, so really, I'm not even looking forward as revenge. I'm more interested in Iaquinta as a rematch.
Are you going to demand now that you don't fight on Fight Pass? Because you kind of mentioned that at this point, it's like, I don't want to fight on Fight Pass.
Hey, I ain't say all that, Nah, they still pay me the same amount of money whether I'm on fight. I don't give a. I don't know if I can cuss, but I get paid the same amount of money. So hey, I'm happy where I'm at. You ain't hearing no gripes about it. I would have liked, if anything, they just put out the numbers on what's, how many people, because 10 million people watched that fight with Santos. So I want to see how many people watch this fight to see how much better I've gotten.
Is there any way you can ask and find out that information? I mean, would you like? Obviously, you'd like to.
I like to. I'm gonna shut up about that now. But PR already don't like me enough, Dave's gonna be all over my ass. So I'm gonna shut up.
You ended up here, you had the quick turnaround here. You trained for this fight in 6 weeks' time. Do you feel like with that finish that maybe you'd be ready to turn around, maybe get a look at a fight in November with Ala?
Yeah. I'm gonna start training for that fight next week. That's gonna be the fight. That's what we're looking at, November. That gives me a few months. I'm going to start training next week, so I'm going to have a few months training camp for that one, and I'm going to be in much better shape, and it's going to be a damn good fight. So I think the people, that's the fight that the people want. That's the perfect timing for this division. Al's in the top 10 right now. Once I beat him, I'll be top 5. So, that's perfect timing for me.
If Iaquinta doesn't work out, if for some reason he does end up fighting Thiago Alves, like we've heard the rumors and everything, is there anyone else you want to fight?
I don't even think that far ahead.
Northcutt's someone you mentioned. I know.
Yeah, absolutely. if they offer me that, that's free money, of course. I take that one tomorrow night. If the once he's done kicking his can to the curb, yeah, absolutely. If they offer me Sage, I mean that goes without saying. But I think they're gonna keep the kid away from me for a long time. So I ain't gonna look forward to something that ain't gonna happen. So I'm more interested in Iaquinta rematch. Iaquinta's a real fighter. He's a top 10 guy. Sage is somebody that's just for fun money. So.
There's a bit of a debate going on in Australia about Jake Matthews. He's obviously come a long way, but he trains out of his own gym in Australia. I mean, you felt his skills. It looked like he was somewhat competitive in certain grappling exchanges with you. Do you think it might be time for him to maybe come over to America and do some training here?
That's hard to say. This is a tough fight for the kid. I'm the most experienced guy. I'm the toughest guy that he's ever fought. He came over here to Vegas. This is his first fight in the U.S. Like I said, he's gonna learn. He's gonna grow from this fight. The kid's tough. He's tough. He's strong. I'll give it to him. He's young. I think somebody has spewed out that he's the youngest signed fighter right now. I was the youngest signed fighter when I got signed 2 years ago, and he's where I was a couple years ago. So he's gonna learn. He's gonna grow. I made the move. I moved over to Las Vegas to get better. Maybe it's time for him to make the move. I I ain't his manager. I don't really give a fuck. So, can I cuss? Sorry. Yeah. I ain't got no, he ain't paying me no percentage. So,
Because you guys he's sort of in the same position as you. He's got to deal with this loss. He's got to figure out what he wants to do. He had a lot of people looking at him as a prospect. He's got to go back and deal with that. One piece of advice to sort of get through this rough patch. Even though you're not his manager and you don't really have.
Yeah. And like I said before the fight, I did a couple interviews where people were asking me, and I said I'm gonna pick the kid up off the canvas and I'll shake his hand and I'll tell him he's gonna do good. So I'm gonna tell him keep his head up.
And invite him maybe over to Extreme for a session.
Maybe we can get some sparring rounds in if he pays me. I charge per round, so then maybe I'll give him some advice. He paid me per round, a little percentage. We'll ask how much he makes, and we'll get a percentage out of that.
How are you gonna celebrate after a win like this?
I don't know. First we're gonna watch UFC 200. I've been excited about that. We're gonna watch my girl Misha whoop some ass. So we'll probably go out a little bit tonight, but I'm gonna be awake for UFC 200 tomorrow. I ain't gonna be hungover, So we'll lead us celebrating for everybody tomorrow night.